was just thinking, because if it's like for a chip shop, for example, people can go very quickly. If it's an Italian, for example, they sit in and they eat more. So.
Fair enough. Right, we'll move on then to the debate then, please. Any debate? Oops, going to be a quick one this one. Anybody? Councillor Ash, if you'd like to debate, then you can. Councillor Martin.
Yeah, I'm broadly in favour of the application. I noticed when we paid our visit there, there's a couple of fast foods outlets. I would have expected that they generate more traffic and potential disturbance and litter than a microbus would. I thought I heard a gentleman saying that the restaurant never actually operated, although we've got consent for it. So yeah, I'd be minded to read the application. I'm a little bit concerned about the smoking thing. I think it could be, especially with the flats having their windows at the front, I think it could be more of a problem for the occupants, having people smoking out of the front rather than at the back. So I'd be minded to actually drop condition 5.
Thank you, Chair. And through you, I mean, looking through the report, we do consultations with the general public that live in a particular area. We have 17 people who supported this. I mean, it's a small micro pub there, very trendy at the minute. There's no TV, there's no live music, there'll be no football being watched. And I take on board what Councillor Martin has just said. For me, I wouldn't want to see people out at the front of this particular outlet smoking and what have you, because that wouldn't look very good within the area. I mean, it sounds like it's going to be quite a nice community area to go and have a drink. And I would concur with what Councillor Martin said, is we need to really take out that condition 5 with reference to the backyard. That's where I stand on it.
Thank you. That's Bob.
Yeah, I'm just worried, because like I was raised earlier on, it is near a school, so I'm worried if we have people smoking, etc., and drinking, etc., outside, we are going to have kiddies walking past it at the same time. So that's something I'm very mindful of.
That's right.
Yeah. I think all in all, I'm inclined to again agree with Councillor Martin over on site. You know, we can see that it is a rundown for the place. It's got food outlets anyway, and bearing in mind that there is an applicator, it can be used as a restaurant anyway, so we couldn't stop that if they wanted to do it tomorrow. So I think bearing that in mind, all in all, I'm not against this application. Just that niggle about smoking outside, I agree with Councillor Luke that having it out the front would be unacceptable. And I do think that part of it can be tweaked if we keep an eye on it. So I think I would, with that in mind, accept that this should go ahead. But I think that is one thing that perhaps the applicant needs to bear in mind, is to make sure that smokers outside don't cause a nuisance to people living above.
Councillor Katie.
Thank you, Chair. I think I'm broadly in favour of the application, and I would agree with Councillor Sloop that it would be, in my opinion, position of not being able to use the land at the back is possibly detrimental to business eventually. I think it also solves the problem of children walking around the front if they were able to use the back. So I would be in favour of number 5.
Okay, when we get to a proposal, I can see the way the gist of this, but my concern with this smoking at the back is not the smoking, it's the fact that they're drinking too. Personally, that's my decision, or my feeling, that somebody smoking at the back I don't have an issue with. Because you go out, as probably been mentioned, you go out, have a cigarette, you come back. If you stand out there with a drink, it's a different matter, isn't it? There's 2 or 3 facts probably. I don't know, you know, I'm only thinking of an oasis, right? I think that's going to come in. that's legally allowed, that it's maybe for smoking but not for drinking. So, just for my view. Anybody else? Yes.
Just to bring up a point, just going back what through you, Chair, Mr. Harding brought up, that I suppose the way around this particular issue would be that, for example, they would have to get an application for a smoking shelter out the back, and it would just be classed as a smoking shelter and not for drinking. Is that a way around it?
Through you, Chairman, no, not really. One, we don't know exactly what dimensions of the smoking shelter would be. If it's just a large pub on road, then that wouldn't necessarily need consent. So that's one thing to bear in mind. And the other thing to bear in mind is that we're approving the principle of the use of the land now, and therefore if we're going to put any conditions on about how certain parts of the site can and can't be used, and now's the time to do that, because we can't do that retrospectively.
Okay. Did you want to come in? Lee, got to come in.
Just in relation to the possible wording of the condition, Mr. Harding touched on this earlier. You could word it so that it allowed use of the outside space for smoking only, therefore reducing the chance of there being tables and chairs and people drinking out there and creating noise. The only difficulty with that is going to be quite difficult to monitor, and it's going to be quite difficult to enforce. So you could do it, but enforcement may become problematic if we get complaints in from members of the public.
Councillor Martin.
Yeah, forgive me if I'm confused, but I would have thought whether people are allowed to drink outside in the back or not would be a matter for licensing rather than a planning issue.
Through you, Chairman, what Councillor Martin has said it is quite correct to a degree. There is overlap between controls that planning can put in place and controls that licensing can put in place. And it is the case that sometimes there is a difference in, say, opening hours between what has been approved by planning compared to what has been approved under the licensing regime. And that shouldn't be dismissed as the council simply being at odds with itself on what it's doing, because the licensing regime will take place on a rolling programme. So if you have an establishment that perhaps isn't being managed too well, then it can have its licence revoked and or its conditions altered to reflect how that site is being managed. And therefore, yes, there is the potential for conflict between what gets approved in the licensing as compared to what gets approved in the plan. But the key issue of note is that what's approved by licensing can't, in terms of opening hours, can't trump what has been put on in terms of planning conditions.
Thank you, Mr. Harding, very useful. Any further debate? No. Do you have any proposals? Councillor Sluka.
Thank you, Chair. Obviously, this smoking out the rear and out the front has been a bit of an issue with all of us, but I think, when Mr. Lawrence spoke to us with his address, I took some, I took away from what he said. I think, he seems like a really good guy, and the guy that's going to open it with him. So I'm sure that, he will be a responsible landlord, as it were, and he needs to take on board that whatever the decision made here today, he has a responsibility as well. And he did say that he would not want people smoking outside the front of his pub as well. So, he's going to he needs to take some responsibility as well, and making sure that, it's run correctly. I just wanted to make that little point clear. My proposal is, Chair, and through you, is to go with officer's recommendation and approve the application, or with the condition C5 being in place that people it can be a smoking shelter. But I know that is something that we would need to look into through the legalities to and say it, that's fine.
Just clarifying that.
If I can just clarify that you're looking to approve the application, but in respect of condition C5, customers can use the rear yard, but only for smoking, not for drinking. And in addition, you didn't mention this, and I know Mr. Harding picked up on it earlier, but just to clarify that opening hours in condition C2 are the corrected ones as well. Okay.
Everybody clear on that? Everybody clear on the proposal? Good. Do you have a second? Councillor Martin, always in favour.